It's Brutango, and today we're looking at my haul for the week of May 2nd, the week of May 2nd. Yeah, I was confused there, which is funny because I have just recently celebrated my 27th wedding anniversary on, of course, the 1st and 2nd. Yeah, I have an anniversary on 2 days because of, you know, things. But anyway, my daughter, Cheshire, she picked me up this as an anniversary present. I already opened it, but you can see it is a mini Pac Man arcade machine. And it does actually function. So I'm going to get the button down here. Turn it on. And there you go, look, it is Pac Man. The audio is the other button for the volume. And there you go, it is a micro Pac Man machine. And it can be paused too. But anyway, I'm not going to actually play it, and I'm about to die anyway, because, recording and playing it. But so she picked that up for me for my 27th anniversary with her mother. So that is not all, though. And then for herself, she picked up this Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Goblin chest light. And we already have it open. She's already got it all set up, but that is the box. That is the barcode on the box. And the bottom of the box isn't anything fancy. And there's the top of the box. And there's the chest. There's the front, the sides, the back. The back is where the button is to turn it on. The other side. And if you want to see the top, there's the top. And you press the button and it comes on. And it glows purple. And then you open it up. You get it open. There you go. It makes that little noisy when it opens. Can't open it with one hand. And there you go. And that is what she picked up for herself on this past week. And then I picked up this Lego Polybag here. Sonic set to go with my Sonic Lego. Just another one of those smaller sets that comes with one of the little animals. I'll probably throw the animal in the animal daycare or whatever. Amy's Animal Daycare, whatever the set was called. And then I'll just put the enemy somewhere around the other sets I have up there on my shelf. And there you go. It's just a little poly bag. And then I picked up the NECA Archie Jaguar and Dreadmon. These two guys have been shelf warming my Toys R Us for forever. They've had lots and lots of them. They went on sale once, but it wasn't a dramatic, a good enough discount. They were only $40 at Toys R Us this time. That's Canadian, of course, in case you're wondering. So I finally went ahead and picked them up. They had lots of Jaguar left, but they only had one Dreadmon, so I went ahead and grabbed them because I'm like, okay, they probably won't get any cheaper, and if I want a Dreadmon, it's probably the best chance for me to get one for a good price. So I picked him up. I also picked him up because, if you don't know, I do have a lot of the Wingnuts. I have the Super 7, the reissue Playmates, and the NECA animated Wingnut. And at Toy Fair, they were showing that they are going to be doing this version of Wingnut this year, I do believe it is. So I plan on picking him up. And these guys, I think, were all part of I think their group was called the Mutanimals. I could be wrong about that, but it had Dreadmon, Man Ray, Wingnut, and Slash. I think that was a full group. And Leatherhead. Yeah, Leatherhead was part of the group too, if I remember correctly. And I kind of was planning on getting these guys so I could get that full set. Of course, Wingnut at that point wasn't out in these versions. And now that he's going to be, you'll be able to pretty much get the full set. And then I picked up this red. See, a little red platinum. Not that that matters. McFarlane, Starman. He's got this really awesome sort of glittery skin. Camera's picking it up. There's some dust on my box too. It's been sitting there for a couple days. My place is super dry and dusty. And there's the comic. This is a page puncher, of course. And I probably will pop this one open real quick so we can get a better look if I'm outside of the package. But let's do that. And there he is outside of the package. And you can sort of see he is got these sparkles or these little spots of glitter like all over where his body is painted black or molded black. He has really shiny, glittery skin. It looks pretty good. He has standard McFarlane articulation. The right shoulder is kind of loose, but aside from that, he's okay. The left arm was kind of stiff, and he's got one of those weird kind of almost trigger fingers. I guess it is a trigger finger. It kind of doesn't look like a full trigger finger, though. I can't talk. And he's got this weird ankle joint going on right there. I don't know what's going on with that ankle joint. It just looks really weird to me. Is that normal? Are those normal for... I don't really think any of the other McFarlanes have that weird, gigantic ankle joint. Most of them either have boots that cover their ankle joints, or they have, like, smaller ones. Do they not? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just not realizing that that's normal, but I don't know. This one just kind of seems weird to me, this joint right here. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but the joint seems weird to me. There we go. That is Starman. So there you go. Next time you play Mario Brothers, look for your Starman, so you can be invincible. I guess this guy's invincible, right? Because he's Starman. Anyway, there's the card. The card is pretty cool. He's in like the illustration, he looks more like he has more of a galaxy type skin, kind of like, you know, what they do in Fortnite. There's a back card. I'm not going to read it, but you want to pause it and read it. There you go. And then that's the comic book once again with a bit of glare on it. The front, and then the back is, of course, the way you see it in the package. And that's... So we actually ended up going back over to GameStop because Cheshire saw this on the website. So I'm going to be editing this into the rest of the video I already made. But she picked up this light up axolotl light for Minecraft. And it's sitting behind the box. And there's a bee on the side. And it shows the different colors. But it doesn't actually have different colors. It cycles through the different colors. So you get what I'm saying. I'll show it in a minute. And the creeper on that side. Top of the box just says Minecraft. And the bottom of the box, nothing fancy. The barcode's right there for anybody that wants to see the barcode. But anyway, we will turn the light off. And there it is. It's daytime right now, so it won't show up too good. But there you go. See, it lights up. And he cycles through all of the different colors. Now he's green. I hope it's picking up as green. I don't know. My phone looks like it's different colors. But when it gets to the color you want, you press it again. And it won't cycle through anymore. So now it is in pink axolotl. And it's just plastic. He kind of rests on his feet. He doesn't actually sit flush. You can see he's not sitting flush. So he rests on his feet. There's his tail. And all that. And then you press the button again. And turn it off. And so on and so forth. But that is what we went to GameStop to pick up. Because she wanted to pick up her Minecraft axolotl right there. But that's not all she picked. She also picked up a new Nendoroid. She picked up the Elden Ring Vagabond. And she has already opened it. Because normally if you've ever gotten an Nendoroid before, you know that they have plastic in between like certain joints and things like that. She already opened it up. And it has a different face and hands and stuff that are in the bottom there. You can't really see them too well. But it does say Elden Ring. And there he is. The reason she picked it up, she wants to put it with her Monster Hunters. So it can be like attacking her SH Figuarts. And see him there. With the torch that he also comes with. A few other poses. all the wonderful stuff about. There's a QR, various other things, another QR, and a couple more pictures of him, of the Vagabond. There is the bottom, flip it over, there you go. And so yeah, those are the two things she picked up. And then I picked up a couple more McFarlanes. I picked up Nightmaster here, which is a red platinum. Not a big deal. It just means he's like a rare variant. And I picked up, or I didn't really pick up, they said they would get one in for me. And they got me in my Two-Face that they had. I didn't pre-order it. I asked if they had any, and they said they could get me one from the warehouse. And they just happened to get me the platinum. I didn't really care which one I got. I do prefer the platinum, though, over the normal one. And, of course, the normal colors. That's what he looks like normally, with the purple, orange, and green. And it's one of the digital McFarlanes. This is the only digital McFarlane one I have. The Joker wasn't too bad, but I didn't actually pick up a Joker. But I don't recall them making any normal Two-Faces to the Batman line. They did do the animated Two-Face, which I do have. And he is in the same black and white in the animated version. And then the movie version, the Tommy Lee Jones version. They never made an Arkham one as far as I know. I wish they would have. But I want to talk about why. This part of why I'm not too upset that the McFarlane stuff will be dying out. This is the digital, so it's kind of like a premium sort of McFarlane figure. Kind of, sort of. But you'll notice, there he goes. He's got the famous trigger hand. That's a full-on trigger hand, trigger finger. Holding, you know, that is a regular full-on trigger hand, and I want to point that out because the other figure has one of the half trigger fingers. And then he's got a hand holding the coin. That's it. No alternate hands, but also no gun. So, like, he's always going to hold his coin. And because his hands are red, you can't really swap it out with anything unless you have, like, a flash that matches the same skin tone. Or maybe, yeah, I mean, there's the Injustice Supergirl. But her hands are going to be the female hands, so I think they're slightly smaller. And, yeah, maybe a Robin with the red gloves. But you're going to be really limited to swap out that coin holding hand. And then you got to find him a gun. You have to find a gun for Two-Face. I don't like that. And then this guy here. Once again, he's a red platinum, so he's like a rare variant. And old Nightmaster here. But you'll see, for one, he has a cloth cape. It is not wired from what I can tell. It does not look wired. Maybe it is wired. I can't really tell. See, it just kind of dangles. See, if I wiggle the package, his cape just... I don't know if you can really... Yeah, see, if I lay the package and lean it forward, it just flops forward. So, I don't think it's wired. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's wired. And I'm not going to bother opening right now just to find out. And it doesn't look like the cape is attached to his throat. It just kind of looks like his head is sticking through it. And then you'll see, once again, no alternate hands. So he's got this fist hand on his right hand. On his left hand, he's got one of the half trigger fingers. See, that's what I mean by the half triggers. See, it's almost a full fist, but he's got one partially loose finger. As opposed to, you know, Two-Face here with the full trigger finger where you can see the hand is not in a regular fist. The fingers are at an angle, almost. So, yeah, it's slightly different. But here's the problem. Oh, I'm going to drop it. Look at the artwork in the back. What hand is he holding the sword with? He's holding the sword with the right hand, okay? His right hand, he's holding the sword. And his cape is actually attached at, like, his throat. So this figure should be one of the weird figures that has a jointed neck. And the cape should have been attached at the neck. And I know I kind of hate those because they sometimes have this weird neck gap right there. This gaping hole where their collarbone should be. But his cape should have been attached there, but whatever. But he can't even hold his sword in the right hand. He's got it in his left. It's in the wrong hand, man. He's got a sword in the wrong hand, and you can't even adjust it because he has no alternate hands. So anyway, that is my complaint with those two McFarlanes. I do think they are nice looking figures. I don't even know who this character is, to be honest. When I first saw him on the shelf, I was like, did they make a Phantom? Why is he blue and not purple? And then I took a closer look at him, and he's Nightmaster. So, whatever. But I do think he is a cool looking figure. He's very retro looking, and I kind of like that. And I do like the Two-Face to go with, your sort of classic Batman villains. But that is it for this time. Thanks for watching. So long.